Coach, this is a real treat to have you here at the Chick-fil-A LeaderCast here for 2011, and I know that many of those that are watching this and will be viewing this today are quite fascinated by the incredible, unbelievable streak of wins that you've had over the years at University of Texas. It's set a record, I think, from 2001 through 2009. Is that correct?
I think so, Dan. We had some great players and outstanding coaches, and the University of Texas is a great place, very much like your place. We believe in integrity, we believe in ethics, and you try to do it right. We've had a lot of good young men, a lot of good family people come together to make it a special place for us.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit, how do you sustain that over a long period of time? Because I know in our business it's really a challenge to keep that momentum going. We have some great performance for a while, we peak out, we slump back down and so forth. How do you sustain great performance over an extended period of time?
Dan, we felt like that we had to reinvent ourselves every year and really every day. And if you don't feel like it's your first day at work, and especially your first year at work, it doesn't work. And last year we got off track a little bit. We didn't do as well. So what we've got to do now is reinvent ourselves, make sure that if something isn't working, try to change it before it gets really bad and move forward with it. But you've got to stay fresh. You've got to make sure that you keep respect for yourself, your teammates, but also your opponents. And if you think for 1 minute those guys aren't working hard to pass you up that are competition, then you're just backing up, you're losing ground. So we really feel like that enjoy your place, embrace the moment, try to look forward, don't look back. Learn from your mistakes and readily change them. If something's not working, change it. But you better like where you are and you better like what you're doing, and if you're not, it's hard to fake it.
Coach, how close to the action do you personally get, and how do you balance that 50,000-foot view and then go into a home to sit down with a mom and dad to actually do recruiting? Do you actually span that whole range of space?
I'm very involved in our recruiting because that's how we make our living. If you take kids that do not fit the environment at Texas, then they're unsuccessful, and that doesn't work. If you take kids that are great kids but not talented enough to win all the games, then that doesn't work. So there's a real fine line for us to see who gets into Texas. We have a hard school, so who can pass at Texas like the normal student in the regular flow of the student body, and then who can win all the games. And it's a hard, who's going to act right off the field, who'll be accountable, who has integrity. And who we choose as our personnel depends on whether we make it or not. And we can have great coaches and bad players and get fired. We need great players and great coaches, and that's what we've been able to put together over the last few years. But our recruiting is key. As far as the football, I can't call the plays anymore. I did that a long time. I don't have time, and I can't do it justice. I can't call the defenses. What I can do is sit there and kind of give an outsider's overview of I don't like this. Let's look at this a little closer. And I'm not sure about that. You got to sell me some more. And in the game, I can say you've got 4 downs to make a first down. Let's don't kick here. There will be some strategic things that I'll do during the game, but it's not going to be play selection.
Peter Drucker said that the big questions are not about what, but for leaders, it's all about the who. As you said, in recruiting, player placement, who's on the bus and what seat on the bus. Would you concur with that?
Absolutely. We even the who of who we hire, then who we sign, because we will not bring in a coach to interview now without his wife, because it's a family.
Yes.
And we have a family environment, and we base our entire program, Dan, on really 4 principles, and it's communication, because if you can't learn to talk to each other, it doesn't work. And for us, it's not what we say, it's what those young guys hear. So we have to listen, and we have to understand what they heard us say. And maybe it's not what we meant, so we have to go back over it. Secondly, trust, because until you can communicate, you can't trust. And if you don't have trust, you've got nothing in a business. You got to have respect for yourself, your teammates, your family name, your university, and your opponent. And lastly, you've got to have a common purpose. And one of the things I can see with Chick-fil-A, you all do. Everybody's on the same page, and everybody's in the boat, and What we've said is that you better cover all the holes in the boat because the rats can't get out. And unless you all feel the same way, if you've got a rat trying to get around in there, you can help that rat turn around, but you better not let him have a hole to run in. He'll find it.
If you had to give us a wrap-up 30-second definition for success, what would that be?
I would say you have to have a plan and you have to follow it, and you have to always do what you know is the right thing to do.
Coach, thank you so very much for being with us at the Chick-fil-A LeaderCast. Honored to have you with us.
Thank you.